and welcome back to our school YouTube channel, WwT CE School. And it's a lovely Friday afternoon today. It's been a beautiful day. Friday the 24th of April is when I'm recording, maybe not when you're watching. So despite lockdown, it's been beautiful, so lots to celebrate. And in fact, that is the theme today. So it's more of an assembly than a collective worship today. But we'll begin like we normally do, shall we? So, good afternoon, everyone. The Lord be with you. So, celebration assembly. Normally at school, we have Stars of the Week and Golden Spoon, and people bring things in that they've been doing out of school to celebrate. So, I have been finding out what's been going on in school from the Key Kids Club, and the teachers have been telling me a little bit about things that have been happening out of school, because people have been doing all sorts of different things. So, should we start with Key Kids Club? So Miss Tams has been in school with Mr Thomas and some of the teaching assistants. We've had different people in this week actually. I know Mrs Duggard was in, and it was Earth Day. It was World Earth Day. In fact, it was the 50th anniversary. And if your parents are on Facebook, you may have seen, or if you've been on our Twitter account, you may have seen this absolutely stunning design. So the children went around school, I think, collecting, all the teachers did, blue and green objects, all sorts of different things if you look closely in that picture. I'll share this by email with the families in school. So there's boxes and bits of fabric and PE equipment, all sorts of things, and created this earth. So well done to the children from Key Kids Club. That is absolutely stunning. So that's children from Meldrake and Thornby, and we have some children from Dunnington School with us. So that was this week. Then yesterday was St George's Day, and a dragon appeared in our school, in the playground at the front of school, look. And on the Facebook page, there's a little clip of some of the children jousting. I think the teachers were having a go, and I was on a phone meeting with Miss Tams yesterday. She was quite keen to go and have a go at jousting. So that looked brilliant fun as well, some really creative ideas. Right, so I then asked the teachers about what was happening for their classes, and I know Miss Tams was in school all week, but she's still been able to see some of the things that have been happening at home on the seesaw. And I know Mrs Hall and Mrs Reynolds and other people in the team have been looking at what you've all been doing in reception. So it's been Frog Week in reception this week. Mrs Hall has been keeping everybody up to date with how the tadpoles from her pond have been growing, and they're now growing nicely into little froglets. So I think the reception team thought it'd be a great idea to have a Frog Week. And apparently there've been all sorts of great ideas and things work done by children in the class. Well done. There's been amazing life cycles of a frog, froglet fact sheet, and frog exercises. And the staff love seeing what you've been up to. And here, look, is one example of a life cycle of a frog made out of plastic or Play-Doh. Look. Oh, actually, it's not at all. It's made out of food. That is amazing. So well done. I think that was Arthur's. Year 1 have been out and about this week into the gardens, I think. So it sounds like some of you have been planting seeds, so it'll be interesting to see how they grow. And also you've been creating some fruit salads, which look delicious apparently. And the teachers have been impressed. Some fabulous work in grouping in equal groups of 10, so well done to Year 1. Year 2. Now Year 2 apparently have been trying to trick little sister Lola into eating different foods by describing them as something really exciting. So for instance, bananas described as yellow telephones on the planet Maury, and plums described as rainbows from Mars. That's apparently some really amazing ideas from the children in class too. And the teachers are also impressed with children's time telling in minutes, and there were some clever ideas for homemade clocks. Well done, Year 2. Year 3 have been on a virtual tour this week around an art gallery, and they have then done created some Picasso inspired portraits. And they've also were celebrating St George's Day, and they were doing some things linked with that yesterday, so the teachers have enjoyed seeing what you've been up to. Year 4, Mr Thomas was in Key Kids Club this week, but his team have also been keeping up to date with what's been going on Google Classroom for Year 4. Mr Thomas has too. Year 4 have been learning about famous rivers around the world this week, and they have made some slideshows to share their work. And they've also begun researching information about a mini beast that they found in their garden. So another class that have been able to enjoy the outside this week. Well done, Year 4. Year 5 have been looking at performance poetry. They've been reading some, they've been writing, and they've been performing poems. And with the written ones, they've been trying to add some personification. Mrs Jackson was telling me how she's seen some really super performances, lots of expression from some children in the class, and she also shared some of the poems with me. And the children have also been making things linked to World Earth Day. And I've actually got a poem here, and this is actually Heidi's poem, Heidi, so I hope you don't mind me reading your poem. My bedroom, wardrobe standing, in the corner ready to be used. My bedroom, daydreaming soundlessly, gazing into the green garden. My bedroom, beautiful bouncy bed. My bedroom, the silence, sound when sleeping, snuggled up. My bedroom, laptop on desk, lying motionless, but in the screen there is a whole other world. That's fantastic. Well done, Heidi. Okay, well done all of Year 5 actually, some brilliant things from your class. Year 6 have also been looking at performance poetry, and Year 6 have been looking at the performance poems of Carl Nova, who's a rap poet. He's won various awards. There's one of his books there called Rhythm and Poetry, and I know Mrs Morgan Huntley has been impressed with some of the things that some of you have done and some of you have shared, because I know not everybody uploads work, but some of you do, and there's been some flip grids apparently. I've not seen these, so well done to Class 6. And so one of the other things that we do at the end of the week on a Friday all together is we celebrate people's birthdays, don't we? And this week we have had some staff birthdays and some children's birthdays. So children that were celebrating, Alice and Kelsey and Nancy and Josh were celebrating. So I hope you've all had lovely birthdays. And we've had some staff birthdays. So we've had Mrs Ingall's birthday and we've had Mrs Child's special birthday. So happy birthday to you as well. I hope you have all had a lovely time. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to say a prayer because so many things to be thankful for at a time when there's lots of things worrying people. It's a very strange time. There's lots of wonderful things going on. So I'd like to say a prayer. And if you'd like to join in, perhaps you'd like to close your eyes and you can say Amen at the end. Dear Lord, as we've said earlier in the week, we thank you for your help in guiding us and looking after us, particularly at this time when there's so much worry and there's illness and things are very different for everybody. We thank you for the opportunity to spend time with friends and with our families, not with our friends, but we're keeping in touch with our friends with technology. Thank you for all the wonderful work that the children and staff have been doing, and the opportunity to share that with one another and bring joy into one another's lives. Amen. So I hope you have a lovely weekend. If you get some time to go outside and enjoy the sunshine, have a lovely time and keep safe.